In today's video, we've got another ESP guitar, and I think this might just be the coolest one I've ever seen. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Hey guys, welcome back to Squealing Pig Guitars, the home of luxury shred machines here in Nottingham, England. My name is Keightley, and today we're checking out a beautiful ESP guitar. This is the M2 series. It's a very cool shreddy metal guitar. It's loaded with EMGs and it has a beautiful silver metallic finish. So let's have a closer look at its specs in the Spec Talk. So now it's time to go over this beautiful ESP MIJ 2024 Titan Metal M2. It's an incredible looking guitar, looks just like the surface of the moon. I really like these metallic finishes that ESP do, some of the best finishing on the market in my opinion. We've got a glossy body, and on the neck we have a nice kind of satin finish, which is very good for playability. Let's start off with the construction of this guitar. So the body is made out of alder, and we have the M2 body. So it's a very, kind of shreddy looking shape. You've got a double cut, obviously, you've got a little bit of a cutaway here, like a spoon cut. It's a very contoured body, so you have the belly carve, and then you have a little bit of a cutaway here where your hand's going to be at the top of the fret. As you can see, it's got all the stickers on it and cellophane. It's completely brand new from 2024. Our neck is a maple slim U profile, and then we have an ebony fingerboard with the offset pearloid dot inlays. It's a very dark piece of ebony, kind of contrasting against that silver finish very, very nicely. As I said, this swirl pattern is just so intense and looks incredible, especially in different lighting as well. It has kind of a two-tone type effect. That's then contrasted nicely with the flat black hardware, that satin kind of colour. So we have the EMG pickups in these kind of dark black covers. We have the knobs in kind of like a gunmetal type colour, and then we have this hardtail in that black as well, which is very nice. Obviously, string through body, so uber sustain. We then have the Goto locking tuners. These are my favourite kind of metal tuners. Ibanez do them, ESP do them. They're very, very strong. Keep the guitar in tune very nicely. And as you can see there, the headstock is beautiful with ESP M2 Custom. The scale length is 25.5 inches and we have 24 frets. We even have loom inlay side dots as well, so as you put them in the light, if I was to turn these off, they would go slightly green. In terms of the pickups, we have the EMG 66 TW, and then we have the EMG 57 TW. These are a really good pickup set. I'm not too familiar with EMG pickups, but I've already done a tone demo for these and they sound incredible. The other thing to note about ESP guitars is they're probably some of the most consistent guitars on the market. Every single one plays amazingly, it's set up very well, and you can barely feel the fret edges. This guitar is a brand new guitar, so it has all the stickers and cellophane all over it still, and it obviously comes with the case and all the case candy. I have to say that ESP guitars are some of the best crafted guitars out there. They're also extremely consistent. The fret jobs, the quality of materials, the electronics, all of it is always, up to speed. You really do get a lot of value for these guitars. Another great feature of this guitar is that we have volute, which obviously adds mass to the back of the headstock, meaning it's less likely to break. But also, I really like the tuning angle of these tuners, obviously being on the reversed end. As you're playing, you're on the same, you don't have to move your hand over, so it's a lot easier to tune on the fly. We obviously have that kind of gunmetal strap buttons as well. But that's pretty much all the specs of this amazing ESP M2. So without further ado, let's plug her in and see how she sounds. Welcome to the tone demonstration of this ESP M2 Silver Drip. It's absolutely beautiful. It's like the surface of the moon. Today I'm plugged into my Kemper Profiler. I'm using a diesel preset to get that really high gain distortion. In the intro, I kind of did an interpretation of Lift Me Up by Five Finger Death Punch. I'm tuned to D standard, and I think the original might be in B or A standard, so we're a lot higher, but I've always loved this track from being a kid. Five Finger Death Punch are awesome. I don't play as much metal these days, so sorry for any sloppy chugs, but this is the bridge pickup tones. pickup, I put on my delay pedal, and this is the tone that to say that this ESP, although it's completely out of my comfort zone, this rig sounds incredible going into that diesel preset, that VHS. These EMG pickups absolutely scream, and for me, I love an EMG or a metal guitar with a hardtail. I never get along with Floyd Roses very well, so I'm glad that it's got that hardtail as a solid tuning basis. Love the inlays. The neck is actually quite thick for a metal guitar, so I'm enjoying this a lot so far. Real cool shape. Let's do some more riffing now. Let's turn off the delay pedal. Guitar just sounds so huge. I'm really enjoying the picking so far. Now I've switched to Kemba to more of a clean sound to see how these EMG pickups react. So let's start off on the neck pickup. my usual clean preset, and I can tell that these pickups are obviously pushing the amp a lot further. We're going into a little bit of gain there. I have to be kind of careful with the volume control, but I'm really happy with the tone. The good thing about EMGs is you've always got that kind of compressed sound, so when you're playing clean without a compressor, it's very easy to play. Let's hit the middle position now. Let's hear a little bit of Matteo Sato's version of How Deep Is Your Love. So that is the end of the tone demonstration. Let's go to my personal review and rating of this ESP guitar. So guys, that's the end of the video. I really hope you've enjoyed checking out this video on the ESP M2 series guitars. Obviously this is a very special one, being in that Titan silver finish, but I've really enjoyed doing today's episode. It's been fun to change it up a little bit and play more metal and rock riffs. I have to say that through the Kemper, this guitar screams that EMG pickups have such a dynamic range for metal, and they can really choke nicely. Playability wise, it's always a dream to play as they have real big jumbo frets, so it's really easy to bend and vibrato. Although these aren't my usual choice for a guitar, obviously I'm more of a Gibson guy and prefer more vintage feeling instruments, I found this guitar very easy to play, and I'm a big believer that that's because of the frets used. They're obviously very big jumbo frets, so it always makes the guitar easy to play. Also, the guitar has a slightly thicker neck than most metal guitars. If you think about the Ibanez Gem, we've got that kind of paper thin neck. Whereas this has the slim U, which is a little bit more thicker, feels a little bit more like obviously like a U shape. So you have a little bit more pronounced center, which just means it's more comfortable to play in general. For today's episode, I'm going to rate this guitar a 7 out of 10, which is a very strong score for this guitar. It plays amazingly, and if you're looking for a metal guitar, I can't recommend this guitar enough. But thank you so much for checking out this video. Let me know your comments in the comment section below. What do you think of this ESP M2 model? Do you like it or do you not? Let me know down below. Make sure to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified when we make a new video. It really helps us increase engagement on these videos, which means bigger and better guitars for you. But thank you so much for checking out this Squealing Pig Guitars video. My name is Ben Keightley, and I'll see you again very, very shortly. But that leaves me with one last thing to say. Keep rocking, guys. I'll see you soon.